This is Prince Moafrika, your boy, an amiable agathist advice artist for affluence of affiliation and affinity. One day, a philosophy professor stood before his class with some items on the table in front of him. When the class began, without saying anything, he picked up an empty mayonnaise bottle and filled it to the brim with stones. He then asked the students if the bottle was full. They all agreed that it was. So the professor then picked up a cup with sand and poured it into the bottle. He shook the bottle lightly. The sand, of course, subsided into the open areas between the stones. He then asked the students again if the bottle was full. They agreed it was. The professor picked up a cup of water and poured it into the bottle. Of course, the water filled up the remaining open areas of the bottle. He then asked once more if the bottle was full. The students responded with a unanimous yes. Now, said the professor, I want you to recognize that this bottle represents your life. The stones are the important things: your family, your partner, your health, your children. Things that if everything else was lost and only they remained, your life would still be full. These are what we call the essentials in your life. The sand is the secondary things that matter, like your job, your house, your car, your friends. It is possible for a person to live without these things, but difficult. The water is the smallest things in your life. These smallest things are precious as well. We talk about things like going out for dinner, going out for honeymoon, gaming, reading books, drinking, watching TV, going for a gym, participating in social media platforms, going to stadiums and festivals, etc. In a nutshell, the smallest things in your life are entertainment and leisure. If you put the water into the bottle first, there is no room for the stones and sand. But if you start with the stones, then sand, and ultimately water, they will all fit in. The same goes for your life. In the same life, you can manage to have the three things together for as long as you know the right order of putting them. The three are very important in one's life. That is what we call a normal life. Somewhere, somehow, someone saw something. So much for science, so soon for sorry and sorrow. You will strangely understand it, sometime and someday. For some, know that this is Prince Moafrika, your boy, an amiable agathist advice artist for affluence of affiliation and affinity.